So, think that it just died. My camera died. So I'm back. I've just put it onto my other phone. I've got two. And hello. Is it Janaya? So I'm gonna be trying out this to finish this up. Yep, I'm back. My phone died. So sorry about that. I had to just gonna rebuild up the audience. I will bring people along. But yep, my phone died. So kind of awkward, but back again. I'm gonna finish this up, right? So I've got there's four to the corner. So there's one, two, three, four pico chains, two pico chain, and then there's four in total when it ends. But because I already did one, my first ring had the first pico chain, I only need three. So I finish after the math, just the damn math. Yanya. I mean, it's just so ambiguous. It could be, Spanish. It could be Janya, Chinese. It could be so many different types of things. That's why I'm always just curious because it's always interesting to see because it reveals a lot how you pronounce your name about you. Um, let's just get this shit over with. I just want to finish this row. First pico chain, I will forget. I will forget, and I'll do one too many. And I'll be like, "Fuck," and I'll have to cut it all back. Oh, I have I know somebody from Serbia. Her name is Mariana, and it looks like it's spelt marijuana. So that's why we love her, Mariana, Mary Jane. She sang the national anthem one time. Sebski, is that what it's called? Serbski. And Trinket Doodle, a row will take. So if this is one row. So rows are not really like a row could have a whole bunch of rings, humongous rings, which are these, and chains which have a whole bunch of stitches in them, or they could have really small rings and chains. So a row, I couldn't really tell you how much a row would take. This row took about 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours, 4 to 5 hours. This row I'm working on right now. So each row takes about a couple hours. So, but like once you start to get to like projects like once you start to get to projects like this humongous doily, and you start building off things like this is a lot of rings and chains. This will take like 3 weeks, a week maybe, 2 weeks to do. So yeah, 5 hours to 2 weeks of work. It varies, but happy to do it. Happy to do it. This one will go rather faster. It's not going to be quite humongous or anything like that. It's just I'd say a medium to large size doily. Because I just made like a tablecloth. I just finished making a tablecloth, so now I feel like I'm on cloud nine. I can do anything I want. So okay, so I knew Serbski. She said that. So she was talking about because that was in the national anthem. If I'm not mistaken, I remember that word. How many did I say? So okay, so
2, 3. Okay, 3. I don't want to forget because if I forget, I'll be a sorry mofo. Okay. Because you cannot just pull back work. You've got to chop it all off or untie it all. And I don't want to do either. So that's why it's harder to make mistakes in tatting. Mm, you can make mistakes, if you're not paying attention, but it's harder to make mistakes because shit is just so slow in tatting that like you're painfully aware of where you are. Like I know where I am right now. So I've got one more ring. Wait, okay, so one, two. Okay, so this is gonna be the ring that connects everything. This is like more a kind of trickier one. Okay, so I could talk about the fair a little bit if everybody's familiar with my fair. Um, so I dropped off my piece there to, because they wanted to, it was accepted to be judged. So it was accepted to be judged, and then they were like, okay, well, if it's accepted to be shown, we're gonna upload it on this profile. We're gonna upload it on this page. So they upload like only some crochet stuff and knitting stuff. That was it. There was no other textiles. And it was hours and days after like the fair. That was this thing that was posted. So I'm like, yep, nope, my piece was not accepted. Like I gotta go pick it up. And then when I get down there, I go, yep, I'm here to pick up because they give you a ticket. So I have the ticket to go pick up my piece. I'm telling the lady, I go, yep, this is what my piece is. She goes, okay, I'm looking for it. She goes, I can't find it. And I'm like, you're shitting me. I'm thinking you better fucking find that. But but yeah, I'm like thinking I'm gonna raise hell if that piece is not found in like a couple minutes. She's looking, 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 and then she's still not finding it. So I'm like kind of freaking out internally. I'm like, what the but I kind of was a little scared already because when I dropped the piece off, nobody knew what it was. They did not know what tatting was, and they had not even heard of tatting. And they were the generation of lady, like they were about like 60s, and I'm like, they're about the age of 60, a little bit younger than that too, where like they're the generation where like their grandma would have been tatting. So I'm shocked they didn't know what that was. But yeah. So they could not find it. Eventually, it's because they weren't look there was a specific table for the things that were gonna be shown. So, she ended up looking around and finding it on the table to be shown. That means it's gonna be part of the fair and it's gonna win something. But she was like, "Oh, nope, it's here to stay." I'm like, "You just gave me a damn heart attack, lady." But it was all good in the end. So I still don't have that piece. I'm not gonna get it back till August, but, so that's why I had to tat that doily because my house is a little empty right now without it. Because I usually don't tat things for myself, but these last 2 I have. Oh, yeah, my jade ring. I have a bangle as well. It's grade A, jadeite. It's called Bingjong. That means ice quality. But yep. You say you're 50 and your grandma didn't do tatting. I mean, like it's common in that generation too, but even then, it's a lot of people don't know what it is. Which sucks because I mean, like, I would do this at school. Like, I would do this at school, like, in high school and middle school. I always had a project with me, and, because most of the time it's could be portable, but, nobody ever knew what it was. Yeah, nobody ever knew. Okay, I'm basically done. I have 1 chain left, and then hopefully I did it right. Yeah, that's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, I did it right, hopefully. That would suck if I didn't. So it's kind of a perfect little box right now. Once I sew that end in, it will be good. Um, yeah, let's get to it then. I do a specific technique called Yep, I would do that too at Tatting class if I would turn my test in early, but nobody ever knew what it was. So, did somebody ask me if I like popping bubble wrap, or is that just it says Q&A sticker? How is weaving ends different than other crafts like crochet and knitting? It's because it's just pure death and hatred and despair and sadness and depression because I mean like think about like look how thin these are. Like I have to find something small enough to like weave that through these stitches. You can't just cut. I do not trust that. I think you're one crazy mother effer if you just tie and cut your strings. But it's just way more painful in my opinion, especially if you've got a thin thread too, because you have to sew your ends in with a needle basically, like this type of needle. I do use this one sometimes, but you got a size 80 thread, which is super small, and it's like impossible. I've never tried bobbin lace, and I do it generally have no idea how it works. But the best way to get started on this is to look up Frivole, Frivole, Frivole on YouTube. She's the like the greatest teacher of it. I recommend learning it because or it'll take too long. What does that mean? It take too long. Everything will take you too long. Living will take you too long. It's like I mean, you got if you wanna consume your time making stuff, then this is the perfect way to do it, but, um, there's no such thing as taking too long because I hate to break it to you, this takes a long time, but it's worth it in the end, that's why people do it. I'm gonna hide in the last row, I always procrastinate this shit. I never wanna do it, but I'm just gonna do it, just gonna get it out of the way right now. I'm gonna be using magic loops, so in these magic loops is the easiest way, in my opinion, to hide your threads in. So let's just get to it. But you know what? Is it worth learning? Will it take too long? Is it worth it to you? I mean, once you try it out, you'll determine like, um, you know what? I don't like hiding in these ends. I don't like flipping this stitch. I don't like making these picots. Maybe it's just not for me. I just love to make stuff, so I put up with the pain, even though I do understand that there's a lot of shit annoying about this. Nope, tatting's not that expensive. I just, you just need a shuttle, which can cost, they can be as cheap as expensive as you want. A crochet hook, cheap as expensive as you want. Thread, cheap as expensive as you want. That's all you need. And a pair of scissors, that's all you need. And it's quite portable and easy to do. I don't know what politics are. I'm so sorry. Thanks so much, politics. Unless that's a person, but I don't think that's a person. Oh, yeah, no, that's a person. Okay, yeah. I'm tripping. Okay, let's just hide these threads in. So, you kind of want to do it into at least 5 stitches. So this chain is only 6 stitches. So what I'm going to do is the first stitch normal, then the teacher died. Yep, sounds about right. They all did, except for mine. So I just did 1 stitch. I know you need like a bobbin pillow. It's like, damn, that pillow's nicer than my own pillow. Like, you need a bobbin lace pillow, you need all your bobbins that you're, like, moving around and shit. It looks like playing the piano. I play the piano, so I kinda feel for it, but, um, I don't know, I just am not very interested in trying that one right now. I need a sip of water before I delve into tying this end in. I'm a big old baby, that's why. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my this loop right here. It's just a spare piece of thread. What I'm gonna do is feed through these 2 loops. I gotta have the knot. So there's a knot. I'm sure you can see that knot right there. Yeah, we wanna make sure because we have to pull it underneath those stitches. There's a reason why tatting thread, you need to buy tatting thread and not crochet cotton because it has no knots. If there's a knot in it, your tatting won't slide because it won't work. So that's why these knots need to be strategically placed in a specific direction. So I'll show you that direction in a second. Because you have to think of how tatting ends. Um, Magic loops are super intimidating, by the way. Like, I would say that this is an advanced technique, not because it's extremely difficult, it's just mentally challenging. Like, it's just really intimidating for some reason. I was just very intimidated by it. But once you do it, it's easy. It's easy, but you can fuck up your work, I'll tell you that much. I'm a very experienced with magic loops, but I still fuck up my work with it sometimes. Well, I don't fuck it up, but I pull on it too hard and I can mess it up. So, okay, knot is gonna go down because when I finish tatting, where am I? I'm gonna end right here and I'm gonna just pull it this way through the stitches. Boom. Pull it like this. I'll show you. I do reverse order unflipped chains so that I can do this because it makes it so much easier to just. I don't like to reverse my work because it gets cumbersome. So I'm gonna do 2 more loose stitches. They gotta be loose. Uh, Gotta be loose. Number 1, that's how I like it because I don't like really tight, like, to weave your ends in because it just makes it harder. It's just way more tighter. So I'm gonna do looser stitches. Usually I do like it tighter. Um, my tatting. Most things. Don't wanna make it too tight. Don't wanna make it too tight. I'm still gonna do my decorative picot. And then I'm not doing the last half of the double stitch. Oh, thank you. That's my main goal. Gonna pick this, move this to the back because I wanna hide it in the back. And then I'm gonna do a boom. Of course, this chain will be a little bit bigger. Did you expect I don't know, I just expected it to be a little bit bigger, but if you didn't, I mean, there's other ways to sew in ends, but it's, in my opinion, the most invisible way. Um, but don't trust me on everything because I could be wrong, and also you could like to do it a different way. You should trust me the least. You should trust yourself the most if you actually do it. I encourage you to look at other people's opinions and how they do things because we will all do it differently. But yeah, I'm gonna take the core thread, which is this one. Yeah, exactly. Reversing it. Yeah, so I just like to do it from the front side. Um, like to just hold it from the front too. It's just easier that way. I'm gonna lick this. I always do a fat lick of my thread before I shove it in the needle because I swear I can never get it in the first time. I don't know how to respond to people either. This is the first time I've ever done this before. I did it earlier, but I don't know how to comment or any I don't know if I need to comment actually. Let me just lick this. Get it wet and then I put it in. Boom. Oh, that's how it's done. I'm not gonna hide anything and I'm just gonna connect the chain to the other ring. So do you see how it's loose right now? Gonna go do that the front side. I don't want to stab myself though, because I do it too often. So you see, boom, I've connected it. Now we gotta tie a knot. I'll move the book then. I don't even need the book right now, so I'll move that out of the way. Yeah, this is my first time streaming, so I don't know how to do none of this. Oh shit. Yeah, okay, I'll move that book over. I don't need to not needing to use it right now. So I'm gonna flip the work over. I like to hide all the shit on the backside. The backside's the dirty side. It's got all my secrets and knots in it. So I'm gonna put the needle away. I love to lose this needle and sit on it. I just sit on this shit. I like literally I'm not allowed to sit on the couch and tat anymore or hide ends on the couch anymore because I sit on it every single time. Same with this. This gets stuck in my couch. It gets stuck in my finger. One time I had a really tight pico and I poked it in. I was like, oh God. And I had to pull it out. It wouldn't come out very easy. It hurts so bad. So it's like you run the risk. I have scars and definitely like circle marks on my hands from how often I've done that. Okay. So do you see I've got two threads now? And then I have this thread. This is from what was holding my magic loops. So what I'm gonna basically do is put thread these two loose ends through the magic loops I've inserted. I need to separate them because there's two of them. So first we got to figure out which one's which. Hard to see though. Yeah, both threads. And yeah, I don't always block my tatting. But definitely if it needs it, I will. Like the monster doily needed it. It would not lay flat, and I just like when shit lay flat, so it just looks better that way. And also tatting, I feel like is essential most of the time. I mean, blocking is essential to tatting most of the time because tatting does not want to stay together naturally. Like you definitely have to. Most pattern designers like everybody tats completely different. Everybody's tension is different. Like, and when I say that, I mean like everybody's is extremely different. So like, oh shit, bro. Fuck, come on. This is the stressful part. Fuck. Nope. Ah, fuck. Damn it. See, look, magic loops only work like, yep, so I will have to sew in one of my edges. This is, see, look, This is why I have anxiety about ending this shit. Tatting gives me anxiety. This is just pure trauma and anxiety inducing because everything's so fine. You can't pull too hard or you'll just rip this shit right in half. And I'll tell you what, I'm really not a delicate little tatter. Okay, let's see if I could do this one more time. I'll have to sew in the other end though. You can't pull two through the same loop. Hope I don't fuck this one up. You run the risk sometimes, especially if it's in the pico. If you did a pico. Oh. See, but it's so satisfying when it actually does work. So that last one did work. I'm happy that that did. So now I'm gonna be forced to show you guys how to tie in your ends without the magic loop. So okay, so did you just see how I tied that loop in? Just super easy. I just pulled it through. Am I French? I'm actually not. I'm Italian and Japanese, but I do speak it. Well, so long for this. I think this is called Firewire. These are like rare. Yeah, I know it is an interesting combo. Like my mom is like super Asian and kind of mean, and then my dad is I don't know. Yeah, we just got one more end in there. Oh, and see, look, it's me. Show me where I ended my work. Just go ahead and point to me where I ended it. So wow, okay, it's looking good. I'm just reading the comments. Sorry, I'm not trying to cuss up a storm or anything, but like, yeah, I don't cuss on YouTube. I don't think I look very Japanese either, but I don't think it's I think it's in specific features like my head shape and and in different things like my hands and how my nails grow and like there's just like a lot of different like things. Me and my mom have the same hands as my grandmother. I have very female hands. If you looked at the stream, like look, my fingers are so feminine, yeah? I don't know why, they just are. So I'm exactly like my mom's hands. A few weeks ago, you saw my short and then made your own shit. Yeah, I'm glad you did. Okay, because I'm glad you did because being able to you just stick with making crap, just make stuff. Like just start tatting and then it just turns into something and that turns into something else. I know I just because it's how I feel. So when I need to swear a lot when I'm tatting because then I might just like kill somebody on accident. Like there needs to be a, okay, I'm about to lick this to get it all flat. It's all flat. Sorry, my nails are so long. It's disgusting, but it really does help. But I usually keep my nails short, but I'd been gone on vacation all week and didn't have a nail clipper. Damn. Worst part, threading a needle with size 20 thread. Just never gets easier. Can't maneuver this very well. Okay, perfect. I finally got that shit. Good. Crowsack. I like your name, Crowsack. But yeah, I mean, stone carving, I think that's crazy. I want a pagoda. I want a stone carved pagoda. So is that why you mentioned my bangle, or did you not? I don't remember who did. Where am I even gonna hide it in? I'm just being lazy right now. I don't want to do it. I'm gonna hide it right here. I went on a couple dates with this girl, and like I ended up I worked with her first, and then like I just saw her Instagram like months later, and like asked her like we started talking and everything, and then I just like ghosted her because am I wrong for this too? Because like I was just shocked, like I had literally no words, I had nothing else to say. One day, like it's all going great, and one day she just sends me this post on Instagram, and it was like about Charlie Kirk or something, and she out of nowhere just said she was from a different country, and she was like, I just want to see him dead in my country, blood everywhere or something. It was so freaky. I was like, I thought she got hacked, but I just never messaged her ever again. Like, and I'm no like Charlie Kirk fan. Like, I'm like, that's not the point. It's just the point that she said that that was severely creepy. It's like I don't even know you, and you said that. I've been single ever since. That wasn't that long ago. See, look, tying in ends brings in the brings out the worst of me. It makes me into depressive episode. Brings out the worst in us. I know, like I'm not opposing his actions. Like his actions were him, right? But like I just go like I don't even know you. Like, I don't even know you like that. Like regardless of who this person was, like the person doesn't really matter. It's just I wouldn't think that I just was taken back. I'm sorry. Probably shouldn't have ghosted her, but I just really didn't know what to say because I was like, but she said something much more horrendous. So I'm not really saying that. She was actually from the Middle East, so she didn't really like that I tatted anyways. Because she said it was for women, but I don't give a shit. Ow, fuck. I hate dying in ends. Oh my gosh. I just stabbed myself too. I'm done with this. I've only gone in like one stitch this whole time. Let me hold it better. It's hard to film it. I might just not film it so I stop stabbing myself. But I gotta be a big boy and sew in all my ends. Did I Yeah, I know, literally just yeah, but I avoided it, but I avoided politics, but I never said anything. Uh, I never brought up politics. I was scared because I knew she was like yeah, I could probably guess what she thought about that if you tell me. Okay, well, I think I sewed it in. I don't wanna God, I don't wanna sew in another stitch, so I won't. I finished the row completely. Thank God. So, I need to stretch my back, though. So, I just finished this row. I wanna start the next one. Should I start it now? Should I just go for it? I've kind of got some thread. I like to start off new thread on my bobbins every single time, but I've got some there's actually a lot left over from this row. I can, um, I can undo it, but, I have to untie it because it's like a knot. So if I make a mistake yeah, I'll get the other row started. Yeah, I'm gonna drink some water. I kicked it on accident, so but, I might as well get the other row started, because the thing I hate the most is wasting thread. This is just too much thread to waste. I would rip this out, but, because I like to start fresh. Up and down the stitches just, like because there's little waves at the top actually, like, waves, and you just go between those waves. That's how you sew in the ends. Again, tatting naturally doesn't wanna sit right, so I'm shocked that this actually even has a proper shape. I'm shocked that this is even turning out very well, but let me take a sip of water. We can delve into the next row. And also the needle, I will never use a thimble. I because real men use needles. Just kidding. I don't have one, so I'm not gonna if I remember about it, I'll get one, but you do need a thimble. This guy, I actually wouldn't use a thimble. I'd rather use pliers. This guy uses pliers to sew his ends in, which I feel like is just better. What Doyle am I making this one? Oh, that's where that thread went. Okay, so we're gonna do the next row. It's the row exactly like this, probably same exact numbers. Let's check the stitch count of this row. Exact same stitch count. Okay, so I just had to diagnose that this round, like reading these patterns can be quite confusing. So I just need to make sure that I have it mapped out in my head. Because tatting's like a language. It's really easy, but you kind of know what to predict because you know that these accents right here are going to be smaller, so you know where to place them. So let's try to. Okay, so I guess let's just start off. I'm weary. This will be my main. What I'll do is I'll start off by hiding in the thread at the beginning. So it doesn't really matter where I start. I want to start just right before. I always like to start right before there's an irregular repeat. Well, you know, like the smaller ring. I want to start right before the smaller ring so I can figure out how to do that early on. I did a little bit of a stretch break. How you do that is you just flip the tail up and tat over it. Flip the tail up. Whoops, I'm getting off track here. Boom, just like that. You just tied in your first stitch. You need to do that for about 5 stitches. I'll do it for the 4, and then I'll join over it. I think joining over it makes it more secure, holds it more secure. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the 4th stitch, excuse me, yep. So now I've just got to join. Oh no, do I not join? Nope, I don't join. Okay, that's perfect then. I'll make a small picot. All my picots are small. I do like to do them very small because that will mess up the tension of the pattern if I do them big. You don't want to. If any of this guy's patterns, the guy who made this pattern, you do not want to do big picots for joins. You just want them to notice how like this is a big picot, right? But like I join, I do very small ones. It's just how I do it. So works the best and it makes it look just seamless. So I'm gonna finish off this ring. So 2, 3, 4, small picot. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, just did that all. Boom. Oh shit. I didn't join to the work. Whoops. Okay, well. Mistake 1 already made, so I guess I'll have to show you guys that one again. RIP that thread. Okay, so I'll tat over this end now. Whoops. Dang, gotta do this shit all again. Okay. Did I just say that I hate starting it? So 2. See, look, I make mistakes too. People think I'm some magical like tatter. I'm really not. I make the same dumb ass mistakes. Like I sometimes make dumb ass mistakes where I go, Christian, you've tatted for how long? You should not be doing this. But guess what? I don't care because I know how to. You need. It's not that I don't make mistakes ever. It's just that I'm super good at hiding them. You get good at hiding them, and you get good at fixing them without having to cut and rip. And oh, well, I was just about to make the same mistake. So let's rip out some of these stitches, okay? I keep forgetting where to join. So Right here, let's just pick. Pick out all these stitches. Fuck. Hate that I do this. I wish I could I wish I could unpick stitches as fast as I could. Okay, so now I'm finally done with it. I went to Etsy to try to find the shuttles you use. You won't find the ones that I use on Etsy. She only puts a couple of them up, and she's on vacation right now. But I do have a video on my channel. I'm not gonna say the name here just because I don't feel like spelling that all out, going down that rabbit hole. But there is a video where I put into the title, the caption too. I see. Look, it's so because I've got to deal with ends like in the moment, or I have to do that. I hate waiting till last second to do it. So I'm gonna join onto this doily, starting the first ring on this round. I think this is round 4. Got to start off somewhere. Looks teeny tiny right now. It's always just like this will turn into big in no time. I just got to put the work in first. I love big lace pieces because there's nothing like holding like tatted lace fabric, a big old fabric, right? Because you just know, like, dang, this took forever, and this just feels great. Tatting feels great. I wish you guys could feel that. So, do I ever get irritated? I don't get irritated just because I know people like are curious, like they want to come up and ask me about it, but I'm just shy. Like I don't really like to talk to people, so they go, "Oh my gosh, look at that," and I don't want people to bring attention to it, so I kind of get like embarrassed. I don't know. I don't personally love it when people do that. Um, but I know people are curious. I'm not gonna stop them, from being curious. But yeah. That's why y'all are gonna see if any of you guys live in Sacramento, you're gonna see me at the state fair. I live in Sacramento too. Not trying to dox myself, but I already did that. I already doxed myself earlier. Perfect. I attached the first ring on there. Oh my god, look at these long fingernails. Oh my god, look at it. Oh my god, does that hurt to look at, Lori? Yeah, come and cut them then. Anyways, now I'm gonna make the first chain. So I'm gonna insert this first ring just like this. I'm gonna pull it down though, because the boom, just like this. I can actually hide in this end too, at the beginning. So let me cut this end off. I actually use my nails to perch and hold onto tree bark. So that's what I do when I'm not tatting. So that's why I got to keep them nice and long so I can just attach onto a firm branch, and just stay there and just be attached. Well, you know what? She's allowed to not like my nails. I mean, it doesn't hurt me that she doesn't like it. I mean, then really, that's kind of how it is. It's like I don't really care how I look. It just other people do because other people see me. So that's kind of for them to decide whether or not they want to look at it or not. But yeah. So let's get this shit attached and go this side. But Lori was disturbed. She was disturbed. She ain't never seen no nails like that before. She was disturbed. She had to get the hell out of here. She was like, "Oh god. Oh god, no." The ghosting. They're multi-purpose, yeah, they're multi-purpose. My mom always I have a thing about nail cutting actually, so I'll get into this with you guys. I've always really had a fear I wait too long to cut my nails because my mom used to, like, attack me and cut my nails when I was younger, and yeah, so it was severely traumatizing, and, and she would cut my nails too short, and they'd, like I would have discomfort because of it, but the only reason, like I was just super young, so even though obviously she doesn't do that anymore, um, I don't live with her, so I don't see her very often, but, and I really didn't live with her that much in my childhood. Yep, Asian mother trauma, exactly. So, but yeah, so I've always just had a thing about nail cutting, so, I do cut them, but not as often as I should, and so I can hide in my ends now. Both these ends, I'm gonna just tat over it like nothing happened, so yep. Normal 2 3 2 3 2 3. It's also I'm put in a very weird place because I don't look Japanese, but have very similar experiences with a lot of, like, growing up, with a very Asian family that I just feel like I won't talk about, that much, maybe on stream because you guys are familiar with I've mentioned to you guys that I'm Japanese, but I don't look Japanese enough to just whip that out and just be like, "Oh, yeah, like, my Asian mom things," like, somebody would look at me and be like, What the hell are you talking about? You got no Asian mom," but she actually is. She's full Japanese. I'm gonna have to tell my mom about the YouTube comment I got, though. She'll probably be like, "Yeah, they were probably fucking disgusting." That's what she says about the nails. She's like, "Your nails are probably fucking disgusting then." She's not wrong. And boom, I'm now fully attached, and now I'm working, working, working. I can work and work and work now. So until I finish this row, I might run out of thread. Unfortunately, I hate joining on thread too. There's a lot of shit I hate about this, but um, that I just do anyways. Don't know why, but I don't like to have to run out of thread. That's why I would have. I didn't want to waste this much thread though. This season was quite a lot, so hopefully I won't run out because I'm lazy. So lazy. There's been projects I've just never done ever again just because had to add thread onto them. There's this one doily that I'd never finished, but a clock sits on it, so you can't see the unfinished part. I was on the last row and I just never finished it because I didn't join more thread. I was like, boom, two. So this is the special. So the chain now changes once you're making these corner chains. So let me take a look what it's supposed to be. 3 4 4 3. So 3 stitches in 4. 3 stitches a picot then 4. 3 stitches a picot then 4. I'm trying not to forget. So no, I'm not still finishing off the doily, but I'm in the middle of adding up a new row onto it. So that's why I finished it off. I've weaved in all my threads, and now I'm just tatting like normal. I'm just figuring out the row right now. Whenever you start a new row, I personally find that like it takes a second to adjust. Number one, because you've repeated the same thing for so often, you're gonna want to keep trying to repeat it. So if I like doze off, I'll start doing the old row. And number two, you have to figure out how to hold it too, because I was making the direction of the rings matter, so I was making it like this, and now I'm upside down. So it's just a different like, I've gotta feel it out and get used to it, so the first rows, you start off slower, then you get the hang of it, and When you start a new row, it's like a no, I've done that. I've done that in crochet, where I've just ran out of the color and I was like, I'll just continue off in a different color. Okay, now this is the new ring. I'm probably already fucking it up because I'm not looking at the pattern. 4, 3, oh, yep, already fucked it up. Perfect. This is why you just I just should read. If I read for 1 second, it would save me 10 minutes of time. I only need to pull back 1 stitch though. I'm being dramatic so, but it's getting in my way. But I want to do a YouTube video where I teach my sister how to tat and teach my cousin. So my cousin, we're really close with my cousin, Hunter. He's still in high school. He's still a young kid, but he just started driving, and we live right next to each other. I moved when I live in a we just live near each other. I shouldn't sure exactly, but is that 4 stitches? Can't see. Yep, 4 stitches and three. Okay. I tat slightly tighter. However, in the grand scheme of things, I it does it you just whenever starting your work or ending your work, you know it's gonna affect your stitches. You just know it. It's just how clean can I get it? It will never be 100%, oh, it looks perfect. It's how clean can I get it? So tatting over, while it does make it look bigger, this, I mean, I really can't tell, honestly. Does make it a little bit bulkier, but sometimes you can tell, sometimes you can't tell, most of the times you can't. And especially somebody who doesn't tat, they won't even fucking know what they're looking at 98% of the time. So it's like, okay, uh, they probably won't notice my end. That's why I got to think to myself. I'm like, the size I use is a size 20. You think my nails and hands look fine? Um, this just goes for everybody. I kind of really don't give a shit what you guys think my hands look like, but well, that's what they look like though. Unless you can change it, but I know you're just trying to make me feel better, but you guys can have opinions about my hands and you can comment them. It doesn't matter. But you can say whatever you want about my hands, but I'll say whatever I want to say back though. That can be our agreement. So many people comment that on my TikTok. I mean my YouTube. They say YouTube Shorts. They say oh yeah, you're supposed to leave a mistake in there so your soul doesn't get trapped. It's like my soul been trapped. My soul been trapped. I've never once done anything to my nails before other than cut them. So you get a manicure, you don't. They're not for me. I wouldn't get one, but I know my brother-in-law gets pedicures with my sister. My sister makes him go. I try to not leave mistakes if I can. I just made a mistake and I just said nothing because I was so disappointed. But so that means I've got to re up on it. So I just made a mistake. Boom! I've got a tat over this edge too. So whatever. Only God is perfect, so that's why I made 40 mistakes and try to hide it. Because only He can make the perfect. And I just don't want to make something similar to Him, so that's why I like made 40 mistakes. That's definitely why I did it. Okay, I don't know what to do. I kind of want to take a little bit of a break, but I'm a hand model. God, so I mean, I just need a little tatting mental refresh. I just finished this row, and then I'm starting this row. I gotta attach on new. The largest piece I've made is actually the monster doily. That's the largest one I've ever made. And it took 1 month, 3 weeks. So just shy under 2 months. I worked on it every single day except for three of them. And yeah. So I'm just gonna leave this here. And I'm gonna work on it by myself. I just really wanted to try out the YouTube live. It's $42 for state fair tickets. I didn't even know you needed a ticket. Every time I go there, me and my sister, we always drink a little bit. We don't drink a little bit, we drink and then we go to have some fun there. But I don't never remember paying $42. I hope you guys would go. If anybody's in the Sacramento area, would that be cool? I mean, you'll just see me. You'll just see me. I'm some random internet person, but I'll be there. And like so, yeah, I'll be there. But yeah, I'm gonna take a rest. I just glad I finished what I was able to finish. I've got how many rows left? 12 rows left. No, I've got I've got 8 rows left. So yeah, so come and visit me at the state fair. I'll be there. Uh, I'll say what day I'm gonna go. I haven't decided yet with my sister. So, but yeah, I'll see you guys later. Stay tatting.